Hey guys, today I'm going to be taking a look at this neat little jumping drone by Parrot. It's called the Parrot Jumping Drone Jett. This is a Jett version. There's several different versions of this little car. It's called a drone, but it's it's because it's autonomous. Well, you fly, you use app controls, but it doesn't actually fly. It's not a flying drone, but it does jump. It has this mechanism spring-loaded in the back that it'll jump real high. You can tell it's a jump. I think there's a super jump also. It has like a 0.3 megapixel Fpv Cam built into the app over Wi-Fi. It's got little headlights here like eyes. You do have to apply these stickers to it if you wish. And here's the USB charging cable spot here in the front. It doesn't come with many accessories. It comes with some stickers. I think it's for all the different versions, so I pulled off some of them and put them onto this one. Probably didn't do the greatest job, but applied some decals. You do get a few extra of these this little bumper boot for the back, and that's pretty much it, along with a micro USB cable, because it doesn't have any kind of adapter. The regulation is all done of the of the voltage and everything inside of the unit itself. So you just plug it straight in to the micro USB port, and then straight into your USB adapter under your wall or your computer. Now, if you charge this over like a 2 amp USB, they tell you it will charge in about 25 minutes. If you use it on one of the lower amp ones, it's going to take longer. So pretty quick to charge it up. They advertise a runtime of about 20 minutes, but it seemed like I got less than that. But I didn't actually time it, so it might have been right on the 20 minutes. I don't know. It seemed like less, but I was doing a lot of jumping, and I'm sure that's going to take more power to do those jumps, as you'll see when we get to the driver view. So it's pretty quick. I think it's around 8 miles per hour. I still find the controlling by app not to be the greatest, because I'm just not the greatest at doing that. So you do use your gyro sensor in your phone for the steering. And then it also has 90-degree turns you can do as you're in place. And then it's got a whole bunch of animations or stunts that it can do. Overall pretty neat though. The app itself, I'm not overly impressed with the app at this point. The app is called the Free Flight app here. I'll put it up here on the screen so you can see it, by Parrot, Free Flight Jumping app. And it's got a lot of neat options in here, but when you get into the app itself, see how the little video it plays here. I don't think it's probably going to work for me right now since I'm not bound up, but it doesn't show me that option to get into the actual FPV view. It's just, some of the icons are like a generic Parrot symbol, where on the old app they showed what it would do. So like, you don't know which ones record, which ones to let you use a microphone. You can use a microphone through this. If you put a microphone into your phone, you can actually talk, and it makes this weird robotic voice where it's repeating what you're saying through a speaker on the drone. So during the driver view of this, hopefully I'll remember to test that feature. I haven't done the driver view yet, so it's a little delayed and it doesn't always seem to pick it up, but it does work. I just used I have a really long headphone jack microphone. You don't have to, it does not need to be powered when you're using it off of a phone. A phone will power it, and that's what you use to do any talking through it. Like I said, you steer like this, and then you've got controls, and I'll show that all during the driver view. I'll try to do a screen record so you can see the controls and see that the icons are just generic, so you have to figure out what some of the icons are. I think I've seen on the Play Store some other people were complaining about that too. I don't know why that is. They've made a new app for these cars, and the app's missing some of those icons, and it's just really weird. Like, I don't know if all the features are even there. Like, you have an acceleration on, when you're holding your phone, you have an acceleration on the left side, and it's supposed to be in the demonstration videos, they show it like it being a bar that you move. All it is a little white circle. And same thing with like the options for moving on the right, for doing your 90-degree turns. It just is a little white circle. It's just, I find it not to be super easy to drive because of that. And then you've got icons that are missing. They're just Parrot symbols. They're not missing. They're not showing what it's supposed to. I also didn't go over the battery. The battery is a 1S 550 milliamp hour lithium, it says it's a LiPo, so it's actually a LiPo hard pack battery, not a lithium ion. That actually slides in the back here. You slide it all the way up until it's in, then you see the lights come on. Once it's initiated with the controller, I believe it'll do a little moving around, let you know that it's bound up and ready to go. It does have this on and off switch, which I can't find any information on what this on and off switch does. See, now it's gone to a green light. If I hold it down, you can see it went red. It doesn't seem to turn it off, to turn off the drone. So I don't know why. It's got it because it's got a power symbol next to it. So when I get done, I always just pull the battery out. So, you know, Parrot's a pretty big brand, well known for making high quality stuff. This is well made, but that was really, the instructions are very lacking. The demonstration videos are very poor. It's I believe it's a Chinese gentleman doing a video, and it's dubbed over in English, and it looks really bad. And I'm just really disappointed in the instructions with this vehicle. It just does not tell you like how to do everything, all the features. You have to watch their demonstration videos, and they don't tell you what this on and off button is doing. You know, I'm disappointed in that, and I'm disappointed in the app. The app just, you know, missed the icons being generic. So you can figure it out. So overall, this is a lot of fun for a kid. You know, it's just really maneuverable. The jumping is absolutely hilarious. It's neat to drive it by FPV. My 18-month-old daughter absolutely loves it. She picks it up and throws it, just laughs when it jumps. So it is a blast to drive. It is a lot of fun. Just wish Parrot would just fix a few odds and ends so it's a little bit clear cut on how to use the drone itself along with the app. And the tires are like kind of like a foam. They seem to be rather durable. Got a few, you know, a cat hair stuck to it here, but I think it's got a bite mark from a cat or something, or it's probably bit onto it. But overall, not a bad drone. If you're interested in it, there is a purchase link and a coupon code RC Moment to lower the price. So with all that said, let's go ahead and move along to the drive review of it. Alright guys, so I've got the Parrot jumping Jett drone outside here. I'm trying to find a place where there's not too much glare. You can hear him talking, and why he's talking is I've got my all this microphone mess here connected to the app, so you can just hear that you can talk through him. He's picking up some wind noise. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Hello? Hello, hello? You can kind of hear it there, so that's what that's doing there. It's you know, repeating the sound that I set through. I'm going to unplug it now so it doesn't keep interfering. Go ahead and start recording the screen, and hopefully that's recording the screen now, so you can see now. There's all these just generic control symbols, so it's just really weird. I think this one here, let's see, that should be, I believe that is recording to the internal memory, the video. Let's hope that that is. If not, I'll just include the footage from the from my screen. I may just include the footage from the screen capture anyway, because it's really not much different, except for you won't have the symbols and stuff on the screen, because it's not really going to be much difference in quality. It's just a little, like a 0.3 megapixel camera. So let's go ahead and take it forward here. I'll move the Mobison symbol out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of my steering. Here I can see how you use the gyros in the phone to actually turn. So there's a turning. Whoa! I think my daughter loves it. It actually is pretty cool to drive. I just think the app needs to be, you know, they need to fix this. I don't know why the icons and stuff are missing, but I am recording the video to the internal memory, so it's not recording to the phone. So actually, I mean, it could be a little bit improvement of quality if there's any drop frames, you know, back to the phone. But if there's no difference, you'll see here in the review. I'm just going to include the footage from the screen capture program. So that's full speed. Now it's going downhill, so let's turn it back around and drive it forward. I advertise about 20 minutes drive time, though I'm not sure if it gets quite that much. So the gyro controls are actually pretty good as long as you have a decent amount of area and a nice flat surface. It's not going to drive through my front yard here, especially with the grass being, whoa! Let's see the gun underneath the car here. Yeah, it did. It made its way out in the grass. Let's see. I don't think it can go through the grass. See, no, it can't. Now, if you stop, you can just, let's back it up a little bit. You can turn it like this with your right thumb, with your right hand, I should say, and do quick 90-degree little turns if you're sitting still. Or if you want, I think you can also do it. You see, you can also do it while you're actually driving it. So this is really, it's a fun little toy to drive. See, and sometimes the 90-degree turns are actually pretty easy to do too. But the gravity sensor in your phone, you know, your gyro, that's the way to really drive it the easiest without having to use as many inputs. Now let's go ahead and show you how it jumps now, because that's obviously probably the biggest feature about it that kind of separates it from any other little two-wheel driving toy. So let's go ahead and look at that. That is pretty neat. Let's back it up. And pow! That is pretty cool. Now, let's see. You can flip it around like that. See, and lets you drive it with it reversed, but you can't do the jumps whenever it's flipped like that because the spring mechanism is facing upwards. So you can do some animations as well. Let's turn it. There, it's loaded and ready to jump. You can pull this out and load it to jump, and then go ahead and tell it to jump. So you have a load, you know, a jump preloaded in it. So let's go ahead and flip it back around. Okay, so I think whenever I did that really hard jump there, for some reason it kind of dislodged the lithium ion or LiPo hard pack out of the back, and it lost its connection to the Wi-Fi. So I'm just recording back to the screen capture. I'm not going to mess with recording the internal memory anymore. Hopefully I'll probably put some side-by-side in there, but it should be pretty much the same as what we're seeing here in the app like I said a while ago. So let's go ahead and we'll drive it forward here. Do some 90-degree turns there again. Let's do some animations now. Now there is a feature I didn't mention in the table review, is that it can do like a drive path. You can tell it, you know, to go forward a certain distance, turn right or left, go this distance, jump, and all that. I'm not going to be able to demonstrate that out here, but that is another neat feature. Kind of reminds me of an old toy I had back in the 80s. It was a tank that could drive around and fake shoot a laser, and it was a really neat toy. So it's kind of like that. So let's go ahead and we'll do some of the animations. You can tell it to do a spin. This is called a tap. It just does a little, that's the slow shake. This is called metronome. See, it's playing some sounds too. This one's the undulation. Spin jump. Now the more you jump with this, I think the more battery power you're going to use too. So let's hope this, well, is it going to go forward? Let's try the slalom. And it's got a boost, I guess like a turbo boost. Let's do a jump. The jumping is really neat. It's the little rear jumping mechanism was caught in the crack of the side the driveway. So this is a pretty neat little toy that I think a lot of kids would really like this, but I enjoy it too. You know, you can obviously, the fact you can drive it by FPV around your house. You can also use it like a little spy tank type deal too. But you know, it's got so many different features packed into it. They just need to fix the app so that you can see what these symbols do. You know, You know, there's all these, you can see in my screen recording there's all these just generic Parrot symbols or generic little dots. And from what I saw in the demonstration videos, that stuff used to be a lot more clearly labeled. Boy, that wind is really kicking up now, so it's probably getting into the mic. So let's go ahead and do a jump while I'm driving. It really packs a punch with that jump. Do a right turn here. Do another right turn. Now you're doing this over Wi-Fi, so there's a bit of a lag. It doesn't seem to be too bad on the FPV feed, but there can be a bit of a bit of a delay, obviously, in the controls. But it's something this slow, it's not a big deal. But it seems like I notice that sometimes when I'm telling it to turn, you know, do the 90-degree turn, delay before it actually does it. I think a lot of kids are going to like this to drive it around, see where they're going, maybe chase the cat with it or something. If you have a microphone like I showed you early on, you can drive it up and talk to somebody. Drive it up and jump it up onto your couch maybe. Let's see if I can make it through here. Oh yeah! Get enough momentum going you can. Whoa! Now see, obviously I jumped in the grass. It's not going to be able to drive through the grass. Especially not grass like mine that really kind of needs to be mowed. So quite a bit of features. You know, Parrot's a pretty good company, and so it's not cheaply made. It seems to be pretty well made. Just I'd like to see them, you know, fix the app a little bit better. And it could just be, I suspect from what I've heard, this could just be a glitchy Android release. I can't say the iPhone's going to have this problem. It may be just fine on iPhone. Let's go ahead and see if we can. Let's back it up. I want to see if maybe I could try to like jump over. Kind of drive. Well, back it up here. I want to see if I could jump over something. Let me just move it manually here. I'd like to try to see if I could jump over these daffodils coming up here. See if I could load it up. Whoa! I didn't give it gas soon enough. But I could charge up. You can charge up the. Let's charge it up. Jump! Jump! Oh! Let's try it again. Oh, not getting it to. There we go. Well, like I said, a bit of the delay from the app I think is doing it too. I wanted to jump over those daffodils while I was driving, but overall this is a pretty cool little toy, especially for a kid, teenager. I think, you know, younger teenager would like this a lot. So overall, I do like this. There's a coupon code to drop the price on RC Moments website if you're interested in it. So check that out if this is something that piques your interest. So stay tuned for more reviews, guys, and have a good day.
The power of the dark side.